All right, what is up? Welcome back to this video. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to win big in dating and actually how to forge an elite mindset that's going to allow you to get dates consistently and to attract the women you truly want. So let's dive in right now. This is going to be a powerful video. Stick till the end because the best tips are going to be at the end. So let's dive in. Number one, I want to start with this idea that a winner is only a loser who kept trying and who finally won. Really, what a winner is someone who tried one more time. And same in dating. A winner in dating is just a guy who just tried one more approach and who got one more number, one more contact, and who went on one more date. And that's a true winner. Nobody wins every single time. And it's the same everywhere. In sales, in business, in fitness, in any field, you're going to have to keep going over and over. Now, let me tell you a quick story about myself. So, as some of you guys know, I'm French. I'm half French, half Tunisian. But I also lived in Canada because I was studying in Canada for 4 years. So I studied in Canada for 4 years in one of the best universities out there. It was a business degree. And part-time, at some point, I wanted to make some money. And so I started looking for jobs. So I went on LinkedIn, I went to Facebook groups, I went to just, associations in my school or stuff like that. And at some point, I stumbled into what looked like a perfect job. It was basically a fundraising company that was paying like $30 an hour for me to approach people in the street and pitch them to basically give a donation every month to kids in Africa, right? That was my job. And it was cool. It was like 6 hours a day, $30 an hour, which was pretty high for a student. And all I had to do was talk to people all day, approach people, ask them to make donations, and for a good cause. I mean, I was helping kids in Africa. I became actually over the couple months that I've worked there, I became one of the best sales guy on that team because I was always the most perseverant. Now, when I started this job, it was pretty tough because in the beginning, I wasn't getting nobody wanted to give money. Nobody. My script sucked. I didn't really know what to say. I was a bit shy. And through the days, my confidence grew up. And I started really like having back-to-back sales like every single time. But what's funny about this job is that in the beginning of the day, usually you don't make a lot of sales because you're not sharp yet. You haven't talked to enough people. But then what happens is towards the middle of the day, end of the day, you start becoming super sharp because you've talked to a lot of people and you're kind of in the zone, right? And I've done door-to-door sales as well. Like the first few hours, usually I don't make a lot of sales, etc. But towards the end of the day, psychologically, I'm just way better at selling because I've talked to a lot of people and I'm just more confident, more in the zone, more in the flow. I'm less in my head and I can talk to anyone, right? So really sales teaches you a lot about dating and same way dating teaches you a lot about sales in that sense where you need to be perseverant. You need to knock on a lot of doors. And this is one of the key mindsets. I mean, when you cold approach 10 girls and 8 reject you, who cares about the 8 who rejected you, right? Because if you still got 2 numbers and 2 dates, then the 8 others is just experience, it's just you practicing, right? And that's the mindset you need to have. And any great player knows this. There's not a single player on earth who doesn't have this mindset of like, I'm going to talk to a bunch of girls. If I don't vibe with some, or if some don't like me or reject me, great. Good. Let's move on. At least I know and I can move on. And it's a numbers game. But these days, guys are getting so soft and guys are getting so lazy that If they approach 3 girls and the 3 approaches go bad, then they don't want to make an extra effort, right? And this is really bad. You don't want to do that. You want to have a system, and this is what I teach my clients. I have a system where if you send X amount of messages with that system, or you talk to X amount of girls using this strategy, you know mathematically that you're going to get X amount of dates. It's almost impossible that you don't get 1 to 3 dates a week using my method, because it's based on statistical facts, and it's almost impossible, right? It's like, you know, if you go and talk to 30 people in the street asking them for $1, there's probably going to be one person giving you $1, right? I mean, that's not the best analogy, but this is what it is. It's like, it's statistically impossible to lose if you put yourself in front of enough people. Now, here's the thing though. You're a business owner or you're a busy guy, so you're not going to be running around the mall or swiping for hours on Tinder wishing to have a girl replying to you, because otherwise that's a waste of time. That's why you need to have a proper system. But beyond the system, you need to have belief that it's going to work for you. You need to have belief that if you do this, you're going to be successful. Because if you don't believe in yourself, if you think, oh, you know, maybe I'm not tall enough, or, oh, you know, there's a guy better than me, so why would she date me, right? Because there's guys that are better, so yeah, why would I have a chance? And with that mindset, you're pretty much guaranteed to lose from the get-go, because what you believe you deserve is what you get. And if you don't believe that you deserve these women, you're not going to get them. Even with the best system, even with the best intent, it's not going to work. You have to believe. I've had a friend before, he was convinced that girls just found him unattractive because he was short. He was short and he wasn't like super masculine, and so he believed that he wouldn't find a woman. And guess what? After a few months of working on himself, of going to the gym, of putting himself out there, I gave him a few tips, etc. Now he has an amazing girlfriend. And I've had plenty of clients like that as well, where they reframed their beliefs, they strengthened their self-image, and after a few months, they just had incredible results because they're a new person, right? They're a person who has strong self-belief, a strong self-image, and who knows what to do and how to do it. If you know what to do and how to do it, you have the mindset to do it, you have the accountability to do it, it's impossible to not be successful, right? And so a winner in dating is just a person who tries one more time, who approaches one more girl, who puts himself out there more. Now, of course, there are plenty of systems that can help you with that. There's cold approach systems, Instagram systems, online dating, social circle, blah, blah, blah. Plenty of things, and everything can work. You know, there's a lot of gurus out there who tell you, oh, cold approach is dead. Or, oh, Tinder is dead. Or, oh, social circle is dead. Bullshit, okay? Everything works. You just gotta work it. You just gotta do the right thing. And everything works depending on your goals. You know, if your goal is to just get a girlfriend, then some strategies are better than others. That's it. Or if you're very busy and you're looking for efficiency and you don't want to waste your time going to the mall for 3 hours a day, then maybe an online system is better. If you don't want to go to nightclubs and you don't want to go out, then same thing, an online system could be better, right? But if you like going out, you enjoy meeting people in real life, and you want to have that real life approach where you get that instant feedback in real life and be 100% sure that you're gonna show up in front of girls, then it's better to meet women in real life. And personally, I prefer meeting women in real life, because online, you know, sometimes it's not as smooth as in real life. So, you know, everything works. Social circle is amazing too, but social circle should be implemented after you get a bit of success with cold approach and online dating, because it's more of a more advanced thing. You know, if your goal is just to get 1 to 3 dates a week consistently, then cold approach and online dating it's just better. It's just more pragmatic in the short term, But in the long term, if you want to, build a great reputation in your city, if you want to have a lot of cool friends around, you want to have a lifestyle that attracts women to you, then social circle is better long term as well. So it depends on your strategy. Everything works. So one of the mindsets that I want to give you with this is that don't believe everything that people tell you online, that this is dead, this doesn't work, this whatever. Everything can work. If you work it and you have the right strategy, everything can work. It's like online. A lot of people say, oh, doing webinars is dead. Or, oh, now, doing some outreach on Facebook is dead, or doing this is dead. False. Everything works if you just work it. And it's a matter of volume and how you do it, So that's the name of the game, guys. And, of course, there's plenty of methods that I've developed to get my clients insane results. But at the end of the day, it takes a bit of work, it takes a bit of volume, it takes a bit of practice. Okay, so let's get more pragmatic in this video and let me give you some practical steps. So number one, when you set a goal, set a reasonable goal. Like, don't set a goal of like, oh, I'm gonna find my girlfriend in the next 2 weeks. Instead, just aim for, okay, I'm gonna have one more conversation a day with one girl, okay? So every day I'm gonna approach one girl, and from there, I'll see what happens, right? So instead of setting an unrealistic goal of like, oh, I'm gonna find a girlfriend in 2 weeks, then okay, let me talk to one girl a day for the next 2 weeks, and let me set some dates with the ones that are interested, and let's see what happens, right? It's more realistic and it keeps you going, and you have a specific metric to look out for, which is one conversation a day, right? It's way better than saying, oh, I'm just gonna find a girlfriend in 2 weeks, right? Set a realistic metric and something you can stick to in the short term, specific action. Now, number two, you wanna learn from each interaction. Anytime you talk to a girl, try to learn something from it. Try to ask yourself, well, what could I have done better here? What could I say better, right? How could I have positioned myself better in the conversation? And this continuous improvement is really key for your progress. Back in the day, I used to have a dating success report. And this is basically a small sheet that I would fill out after I go out. So let's say I go out for a night and I approach 10 girls. Then when I come back home, I fill out the sheet like, okay, what's something I've done well tonight? For example, what are the best things I've done tonight? What are some of the things that I should have done or that I could do differently? And what have I learned? Like, well, what's a lesson I've learned today, for example? Or what's something I should do better next time? And just by having this habit of reflecting on your approaches and what you could do better when you talk to women, it really creates this continuous improvement as well. So this is also very powerful. Now, number three, always focus on the positives. Don't focus on the negatives. Don't focus on the fact that she didn't give you her number. Focus on the fact that you made her smile, that you went for it, that you had the balls to do it, and you just give yourself props for doing it. So never blame yourself or judge yourself, whatever, if the approach doesn't go well. Instead, really reward yourself and give props to yourself because you actually went for it. And the mere fact of you just going up to a stranger and going for what you want is enough. You already won, and that's the mindset you should have. Now, number four, you have to surround yourself with guys who are also on the same path, who are also successful with their business, with women, with all of that, and who are also in the path of self-improvement. Because if you hang out with guys who have a very fixed mindset, they don't want to go out, they don't want to meet women, they don't want to improve this area, and they're just waiting for things to come to them, well, you're going to be like them. I'm not going to say what everybody says, like you're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. We all know, and you know that, but just have great wingmen, have great people around. Join a community like mine. We have a great community inside the circle where every single day we share our best practices. We have weekly calls. We motivate each other. You can ask questions, etc. And that really keeps you sharp, keeps you in the game, and keeps you wanting to do more and wanting to better yourself. So this is pretty much it for this video. Appreciate you watching and see you on the next. And by the way, check out the link in the description. There's a link that will take you to one of my trainings, and inside you will learn the method that my clients and I use to actually get dates consistently and have an amazing dating life. So if you're interested, check out the link in the description and see you very, very soon.